Hi everyone, thank you again for tuning in to the chair yoga session here in LALA Moves. This is going to be a short and sweet practice, and I hope that you have a chair with you, one that is sturdy, and hopefully, well, preferably without an armrest and without wheels as well. But if you don't have those, if granting that your chair has wheels, try to move it against the wall or some areas in your room where when we start to move, you will be the one that will be moving and not the chair. All right. So, we'll also need a strap or maybe a belt or maybe a towel, a long towel in a bit because we're going to open our shoulders. For others, there may not be some flexibilities in the arm area or in the shoulder area, and it might help if you have that prop. This is just a preference. If you have nothing, if you have no belt nearby or a towel nearby, you can just hold on to your top shirt later. All right, so let's start. Okay. So today's practice will allow us to focus on our breathing as always. We prioritize the breathing and we're just moving in sync with the breathing. We can start by resting our palms on our belly area. Maybe one will be on top of our belly button and another will be on the bottom of our belly button. Take a big inhale. Think of a balloon in your belly area. For each inhale, imagine your belly rising and your palms are actually moving away from your spine. And when you exhale, that's when you contract everything in and to the back. One more time. Inhale, big belly. Exhale, small belly. You may close your eyes here and just focus your attention on the movement in your belly. Inhale, big belly. Exhale, contract everything in and up. Inhale here. And exhale, contract everything toward the center, toward your spine. One more, inhale. And exhale. All right. So let's just do what you call the cat and cow, where we want to arch the spine and open the heart area, maybe even squeezing the shoulder blades in, and maybe look up with our eyes but not with our chin. And when we exhale, we want to round the back, chin to chest, and just allow your spine to move back, creating a letter C with your spine. One more time, inhale, create a letter C with your spine, but it's against the other, it's on the opposite side. Inhale, this is called the cow pose. Exhale to cat pose, chin to chest, round the back. Okay, now let's just pass by the center. And then as we push or send our spine forward for cow pose, come back to center, find your center. Exhale to cat pose. Round the spine, feel the shoulder blades stretch away from each other. Come to center, inhale, cow pose. Center, exhale to cat pose. One last. Center, inhale to cow pose. Open your heart area. Squeeze the shoulder blades in. Arch the spine. Come to center. Exhale to cat pose. Round the spine. Chin to chest. And doing that, allowing our spine to wave back and to the front, allows us better to find where our center is. And it does help if you feel that your sitting bones are pressing against the chair so that you can lift your spine long and tall. So you're not arching, You're not in cat pose, you're not in cow pose, you're at the center. Notice also if you can root down through all 4 corners of your feet, meaning all 10 toes are pressing against the mat or the floor, and you're able to be stable here. Now, get that strap or your belt or your towel and drape it over your right shoulder. So this is my right shoulder, this might be your left. Now, send that hand toward the front. Try not to hike the shoulders. Just allow the ball of the upper arm to plug into the shoulder socket. Inhale, and as you exhale, extend the other palm toward the side and allow it to roll in so that you can clasp the towel, the strap behind you. Now, we'll focus on the upper arm, on this extended upper arm. Notice that if you try to scoop your upper arm in and up, that feels, you kind of have a feeling of your shoulder blades expanding out to the side. Okay, we'll try to keep that. Start to bend at the elbow and then hold the strap behind you. So for others, they may be able to clasp their fingers together, or otherwise you can just hold at the hold the towel or the belt behind you. Okay, now going back again to the top arm, can you make the elbow point toward the ceiling and allow the bicep to be close to your ears or to your chin or to your and allow that and allow the biceps of this top arm to be close to your cheek or to your ears. Okay, notice also your ribs if they're starting to flare out, and this pose is making you arch your spine. Can you nip your rib in and continue pushing or pulling against that strap behind you so that you can keep your top elbow toward the ceiling and your top bicep next to your cheek or your ear. Stay here. And exhale, release the bottom arm as well as the top arm. And we'll do everything on the other side. So we're just trying to be aware of that action of scooping the upper arm in and the bicep close to the cheek or the ear. Okay, we'll do everything on the other side. So raise that top arm toward the ceiling. Scoop the upper arm so that the bicep is close to the cheek already. And when you bend at the elbow is pointing toward the sky. Now, extend the opposite arm out, palm down. Allow your thumb to come all the way down and toward the back. And again, you can use the towel or whatever your prop is to feel this upper arm working. Not your ribs. Keep the spine long and tall. Your ribs is not splaying out. You're not doing an arch. You're not creating an arch with your spine. Keep your spine long and tall. Now send the top elbow toward the ceiling. Oh, this is my tighter side. Okay. And then keep the bicep close to your cheek or your ear. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, big belly. And exhale, release everything. Let me just rest it somewhere there so you're not distracted by it. Okay, so bring your hands to the side, palms facing down. Now, can you flip one palm and allow it to look forward, to look to the ceiling? And flip one palm so that it's toward the ceiling. And then let's switch. The other palm faces up and the upper and this other arm, this initial arm, palm faces down. Okay. And we'll just go for a couple of rounds, maybe adding the shoulder blades as we're just trying to mobilize the shoulders here. Because the Gomukasana, the one that we did with the strap or your belt a while ago, it's a big stretch. So we're just trying to create some movement in the shoulders and just allowing that joint to be lubricated. All right, now, today's practice, as I mentioned, will focus on the hips, so today's practice will focus on the hips, on the pelvic floor. We'll also focus on the shoulders. But we've started with the shoulders first. Okay, this is called actually the Moon Salutation. There's also this, well, ubiquitous yoga flow called the Sun Salutation. Today's practice is labeled as Moon Salutation. So let's bring your arms back to your belly as we inhale, connecting back to our breath. And exhale, contract everything in. One more inhale and exhale. Now bring your arms, your palms together in front of your heart. Inhale and exhale. Now can you interlock your fingers? When you inhale, send your arms away from the crown of your head. Try not to hike your shoulders. Keep your shoulders down and away from the ears. Keep the spine long and tall. And as you exhale, release the hands and come to cactus arms. Okay, making sure that the elbow is just at the same height or aligned with your shoulder. Now, we're going to do the goddess pose, meaning we're going to allow the hips, the knees, and the feet to be turning out and increase the stance away from each other. This is called the goddess pose. We're going to proceed to side angle. Take a big inhale here, spine long and tall. And as you exhale, we're going to extend this one foot out toward the side. So I'm just trying to mirror you. Extend this foot out. You can rest that foot on your heel or just keep the entire toes down, whichever feels good for you today. But if you're in your heel, you are able to stretch your hamstrings on that leg. Now, send this elbow down toward this bent leg and then create that alignment of your knee, your shoulder, and the other shoulder aligned in such a way that you're able to rotate your top shoulder toward the sky. Okay, extend your hand out. We're focusing on the spine here. Try not to bend or keep the bottom side body lazy. Imagine that the bottom side body is still long and straight. Keep both hips on the chair. Extend your hand out. Now, remembering that Gomukasana arms a while ago, scoop the upper arm in so that the biceps is close to your ears or to your cheek. You can look up. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, sweep your hands down and you can look down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, side angle pose. Bicep toward the ears or toward your cheek. You can look up or look forward. And on the exhale, sweep your hands to the back and you can look down. One last inhale, side angle pose. Exhale, look down, sweep your hands down. And then from here, we're going to a lunge pose. So this is basically what we'll do. Okay, we're going to allow the entire leg, upper leg, to rest on the chair and making sure that your entire foot is still resting on the mat or on the floor. Okay, lean forward. You can hold onto the chair and send the back knee to the back. Notice that if you try to bring your torso up, if that means that your spine starts to arch a lot, just like what we did in cow pose, we don't want that. We want the spine to be long and tall. If that means that you need to bend the back knee, just do that. All right. So find an alignment here where your spine is long and tall. When you think you're very stable, on all body parts that are touching a surface. So those are your front foot, the back toes, your entire upper leg, your entire thigh that is resting on the mat. When you think that you're very stable here, extend your hands up for a lunge. Take a big breath here, big belly. And as you exhale, contract your spine. Let's stay here for one more breath. Inhale, big belly. Exhale, small belly. Now, Just rotate your back foot out, so that your toes are now pointing away from your hips. Keep this other bent leg in front of you, keep it bent in 90-90, so that in the next pose you will be very stable. We're going for what you call the gate pose, where we're going to bend the right side body, this side body. Okay, extend your hand up. Now, keeping your bicep close to your ear. If this feels difficult, as long as there's that effort of scooping your elbow in and up, so that the elbow crease is pointing toward the back, and feel a stretch in the shoulder area, shoulder girdle area at the back. This one, for this hand, allow it to glide down. Inhale as you reach up, and exhale. Let's do a side bend. You can look up, or look forward, or look down. Take another breath here. Inhale and exhale. Relax your hands up. We're going to do everything on the other side. So move your bum toward the other edge of your foot. Okay? We're going to keep this other leg in a certain position, so that we are going to feel stable here. Extend this foot out toward the side in such a way that your toes, your ankle, your knee, your hips are aligned or facing the same direction. Okay, extend your opposite arm toward the ceiling. Shoulders away from the ears. Don't try to hike it up toward the ears. Just relax it. But already feel the elbow crease pointing toward the back. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, slide this arm to the straight leg and feel the side stretch. This is a kind of a big stretch for me. Just enjoy this. Inhale. And exhale. Release. We're going for the lunge position on the other side. So just transfer your, this is my left foot, and allow the chair to cradle it as you come to your toes on this side. And again, our spine, we want that spine to be long and tall. We don't want to be arching or rounding. You can bend the back knee if that allows you to keep a long spine. Okay. So making sure that you're pressing and balancing on all body parts that are touching a surface. So those are your entire foot here, your back toes, your thigh that is resting on the chair. Okay. Once you feel stable here, send both hands up for a lunge. One more. Inhale and exhale. One last inhale and exhale. We're going back to goddess pose, where we're gently moving the knees and the feet a little closer to each other, but there is sort of in a letter V. The knees are far wider than our hip width, and the toes and the knees are facing the same direction. Okay, now we've already finished this side. We're going to go for this side. Okay, rest your elbow or your forearm on this bent knee. As you option to keep this foot bent like this leg bent like this, or you can extend it. You can lengthen it again. Okay, so again, the side body is not lazy. Try to keep a length in your side body here, in your bottom side body, and you're not dumping your weight on this leg. You're trying to keep a length so that when you reach your hands up like this, think of rooting down through this forearm on this leg as you're reaching up toward the ceiling. Now we're going to do that Gomukhasana arm as we scoop the upper arm in and up overhead, so that the so that the bicep is close to our cheek or our ear. You can look up or look forward. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, turn your head down and sweep your hand to the back. Remember, your bottom side body is active and long. Inhale, we'll go back to side angle pose. Inhale, you can turn your heart toward the ceiling, only to a point where it's still comfortable and interesting. And exhale, sweep your hands down. You can look down. One last inhale, side angle pose, bicep toward the cheek. Look up or look forward. And exhale, release your hands down. Inhale and exhale gently, mindfully. We're going to come back to goddess pose, making sure that we are sitting on top of our sit bones so that we can mindfully make our spine long and tall. So notice that this action actually requires effort, because if you're just lazing around here, you're allowing your lower back to round. That's not what we want. We want to make use of our belly area, of our core area, to help keep the spine long and tall here. Come to cactus arms. Take an inhale here and exhale, noticing your belly area rising and falling for each breath. Now, start to intertwine your fingers. Send your hands up. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale, not allowing your ribs to splay out. And exhale, bring your palms together in your heart center. You can heel to your feet so that they are hip width apart, or you can just keep them back to goddess pose. Keep your spine long and tall. Notice again the falling and rising of your belly. Inhale and exhale. You can gently close your eyes here as you notice what you've just done with your spine, how you moved in sync with your breathing. Thank you again for joining me. See you next week. Namaste. Bye. Have a nice weekend, rest of the weekend, and have a fruitful week ahead as well. See you. Bye.